risk is a rhythm. Patience, a sound. I breathe between the bars of now and next. I'm trading futures, sharing time, fading lines through liquid signs, every loss and every climb, all dissolve inside the screens glow like city lights, heartbeat caught in the candles rise. Ticks drift through the static haze, future whispers in dead waves. Charts breathe, pulse of cold echoes where the numbers float every time.
Yeah. Afternoon stream, let's get it. Neon on the mic, yeah. Neon stepping in, yeah. Session wide awake. Night shift laid the ground. Word. Matt set the play. Now it's midday money. Nah. Structure on the screen. Neon seeds acting holy, price moving clean. No FOMO type in the channel mode. We learned that lesson back in 24. Half gap buys when the market dips. DD bands bounce and we let it rip. Bulls on flashing like a warning light. If it's not a line, we let it slide. Patience, heavy discipline, sharp. Room full of killers, but we play it smart. When the clock strikes noon, liquidity rising, feel that boom. Calm hands on the play, red to green, we pivot that way. The room shows up. Yeah. The room shows up. Yeah. Yeah. Volume builder, feel that shift. Market makers tryna midday drift. Fake break high, yeah, we seen that move. Liquidity pocket, we approve. Whoosh fan blowing when the entry's tight. Stops place clean, risk held right. Not gambling candles, we stacking skill. Consistency over chasing thrill. Chat moving steady, no chaos here. Green heart emojis when setup's clear. If we win together, we lose composed. Trust the system, the blueprints close. Yeah, yeah. The room shows up. Yeah. The room shows up. When the clock strikes noon. Liquidity rising, feel that boom. The room shows up. The room shows up. Calm hands on the play, red and green, we pivot that way. The room shows up. The room shows up. The room shows up. The room shows up. Silence when the setup phones. Heartbeat with the market stones. One clean entry, breathe, don't rush. Midday pressure, but the room shows up. The room shows up when the clock strikes noon.
What's up, fam? What's good? What's good? Already seeing the room shows up in chat. I love it. Lord kicking the house, Devil in the house, East Ethan, C Wizen, Fabian, Indian Burn, Naruto, Jose, Adventure Rigs, Fraser, Miss K911, Laru, P Busta, Milky, Adam, Rockstar, Eva Trades. I love it. Let's get this other music started real quick. What's going on, guys? Mac Dabrowski. Sniper Scalps. Mini Woo. Victor said, did I won? Right on time. Right on time. Who else is here? Let's see. What's going on, fam? Adventure Rig says rigged. Guys, what's going on? We're gonna go lights on in 2 minutes. Lights on in 2 minutes. How's everyone's session going? Who's red? Who's green? I had a good read on the market today. Didn't fully capitalize, but still a decent day. Trader 007 NQ. Ian Baby Green. LaRue Green. Eva Trades Green. Sir B Huck, what's up? Jesus, what's up? Jose, Naruto Green. Martin K, what's up? GT6408, what up? See if I missed anyone. Thank you for being here, guys. It's been a good morning. All right, let's go lights on. In 3, 2, 1. Damn, come on. Always takes 2 button presses. Mike H, what up, G? All right, we're lights on. Anyone trade the... Who out there traded the overnight session? Started reg, traded back green. Nice. Rockstar. The Netherlands says hi. YPS, YP, what up, G? Guys, we got giveaways today, don't forget. There wasn't enough space for the agenda. Like, I have the item 7, but I had to take it out of view. But we're doing giveaways. MH Eva Trades, you took the overnight MHP bounce? Nice. Oh, Sir B Huck, you were short last night? I was long biased last night. Somebody B took 38 points from NQ. Nice. Egypt says hi. I like that. So I had a bias last night and I had a bias in today's session. If you were around last night or if you were around yesterday's session, you know, right before the close, I had mentioned that I was looking for... I was wanting a gap down and then a rally. We didn't get the gap down, but we did get the market to pull in, and then we got the rally. Unfortunately, my level just wasn't quite tagged. It was a couple of ticks away, and you know I'm experimenting with that, with trading with more limit orders rather than scalping into my entries. So it's been costing me some trades, but I'm just, you know, I'm adjusting to it. It's not my normal entry style, but I'm testing it out. So I got to give it a few weeks to see if I like it or not. THX, what's up? Jake from State Farm, what's up? Jake's getting political in chat. Uh-oh. Sir B Huck, you said you almost always use limit order, trying to do more market orders lately. Moke Shop, what up? Dogpedia, what up? Sir B Huck, you know, I'm the opposite. I've always scalped into my entries, but since starting stream, I'm experimenting with more limit orders because I feel like I got to be less in a perfect flow state to enter that way. So, as long as I can maintain my edge and entering that way, I'm going to try it. Boosted Dime. Good to have you, brother. Good to have you. Well, let's take a look at the Twitter. I had a level marked last night, and then this morning I called out a level for the kind of the line in the sand. Oh, my volume doesn't seem to be very high. Is the music quiet for you guys, or is it a good level? It should be a good level. I don't know why I can't hear it. Let's see. Twitter. It's quiet. Let me bring it up 2 dB. I believe 1 dB. All right. All right. So let's bring up the Twitter. It's a little quiet, but not by much. Okay, I'll just bring it up 2 dB. There we go. All right, so let's bring up the Twitter. And let's look at... First, let's mark the level I had last night. Someone responded that they traded off of it. I don't know. That's kind of makes me nervous that people... I said I wasn't going to post exact levels, but I don't know. Last night, I guess I did post the exact level I was watching. Someone responded, I think, that they traded off that level. I just get nervous when people do stuff like that. But anyways, I posted the level, so that's on me. All right, so, it responded. It had a 40-point bounce off the level. So keeping an eye on 24,804. That was my last night's, last night's level I was watching. Let me scroll back to it. And it ended up being basically the middle of the pivoting range for the night. Let's see. Let me just draw. I could just draw the arrow to it again. Arrow line. What is it? 24,804. 24,804. Okay. So this is the level I was watching for the long last night. Wait, did it not show up? Let me scroll forward. This is the level I was watching for the long last night. Unfortunately, I had to go to sleep before. I had to go to sleep. But the level responded nicely. So that trade, that trade was fine. That trade was fine if I had taken it, but the level got tagged too late, so it was bedtime. So I didn't get that. But then going into this morning, we had MHP. We had overnight MHP on Rocket Scooter, and we had I think we were passing through a decision block on seeds. So let me mark out where the MHP level was, just so you could see kind of where I started to build my long bias. Let me just see what that level was, because it seems to have removed from the chart. Hold on. Overnight MHP on NASDAQ. Okay, I'm going to mark both of them on the top right, just so we have them on the chart. Okay. MHP was 24,976. 24,976. Why is it not spawning? Because I just want to frame for everyone why I had such a strong long bias going into the open. 24,976. Okay. That was orange. That was MHP. So we'll just mark these levels, and I can talk through how I built my thesis for the open, and how the level I called out as my line in the sand has still been defended. So I'm still long biased for the overall session until we break that level. 24,956. 24,956. Close enough. You'll be able to see pretty quickly why I had this long bias going into the open. Okay, we had that. And then if we look back at the Twitter, first thing I said I sat down at my desk. That was at 8:47 a.m. I said, just sat down at the desk looking at the chart, sickened by the amount of overnight opportunity there was. High opportunity cost for sleeping last night, right? It was expensive to sleep last night. It was a costly night. If I'd have stayed up, it would have been nice. Okay. And then I said, okay, so I pretty much nailed my thesis for the session at 9:13 a.m., right? So 17 minutes before the open. I said in this range again, looking squeezy. Kind of looks like it's going to be straight to rip at the open, which, you know, we all know that's what happened. Still 18 minutes to go though. Really don't want to punch buy at the open, but if the tape looks hot, I will. It's liquid up here. And then before the open, I said took a long breakthrough overnight MHP. The tape showed strength. Setup was good. Nice 27-point rip. And then, okay, here's where I call out the level. 24,954. The area longs need to defend. If we hold it, I stay bullish. 24,954. So let's mark that on the chart. And I called that level. It was before the open, I believe. 924, 6 minutes before the open. I said we need to defend 24,954 for the session in order for us to stay bullish. 24,954. Let's see. 24,954. Okay, so it looks like it lined up right with hedge pressure. Oh, okay. I didn't even see that. Is that right? 24,954. 24,954. Okay. Yeah, lined up perfectly. Okay. So need to defend that level. We've stayed above that level all session. We defended it. Oops. Right. We defended it twice. And it also lined up. It lined up with, I think, intra-session hedge pressure by proxy on S&P as well. And then my last post was, and the tape was hot, solid read, nice opening drive trade, right? But I think the main thing to keep an eye on here, or the main kind of overall thing, is I was long bias from yesterday. I was long bias overall because there's an area at the top of the range that was highly liquid that we haven't visited yet. And the main reason I'm being long biased specifically today, not just overall, was yesterday when we had this spike on the chart, and you see in the top right corner, this spike that we had, there was the NVIDIA CEO was talking. We had this spike and there was a crazy amount of volume up there. So that was not like, that wasn't a spike that was really hollow. That was a spike that had a large amount of liquidity there. So when I see something like that, I always pay attention, because if we spike up to a level and it's really hollow, there's no participants up there, I'm kind of like, okay, it was just a news move. It kind of whipped around up there and then it moved back down. But watching what happens when you have a move like that, right, that can give you an indication of how soon and what the action might be like when that area is revisited. So the fact that we moved up into that level and it was extremely liquid up there, a lot of participation happened up there. And to me, it was almost like, you know, market makers, you know, it's like, oh, they know that there's participants up there. So that's a great target and a great place for them to trade around, for them to bring price around today. So that was essentially my reason for the long bias, right? I just thought, okay, we're going to want to navigate up there and play around there. Zil from Finland, what's up? And then overall, it was a nice session to be long, because I always love when you're testing the low of a range and then there's not really any big, there's a big hollow area of no levels below it, right? That allows you to really lean into a trade, because you got a huge empty area below where you're going to know you're wrong quickly. Now, unfortunately, I think like I was attacking it. First of all, I attacked it going into the open. I attacked it at the open. Let me make sure I just didn't move this line to the wrong place. Hold on, I just want to make sure I didn't move that line to the wrong place. 24,976. 24, I did move it. Okay, there we go. Let me lock them. I can lock them. So when there's a big pocket below the levels, it just gives you a better opportunity to get in because you're going to know if you're wrong. Now, I was trying to take that MHP bounce on ES. Well, by proxy, I was trading on NASDAQ, but I don't know. I was too hesitant to hold it long enough. I mean, you know, I got a few points. I was just a little hesitant on it because I was already pretty healthy green on the session. So I got chopped up a little bit on that. Gave back about, I don't know, maybe like 15% of the session's gains. So the P&L, let's see. I took the little trader rate screenshot thing. I took it for yesterday and today because I was red yesterday, so I just wanted to see what the curve looked like for the recovery. So between yesterday and today, 73% accuracy. And, you know, so back in the green. Yesterday was a small red day. So, you know, kind of back in the groove of it today. I think I didn't hit it as hard as I probably should have today. Rogue of the Lamb, you added a drill song? Nice. I'm going to check that out. I'm going to check that out for sure. Thanks, brother. I appreciate that. That's awesome. Yeah, so back in the groove, I think I didn't push. I didn't push super hard on the size today, just because I don't know. I didn't know if maybe we were gonna have another choppy session like we had yesterday, so I didn't want to push it. I didn't want to push it. And why the session became tricky? The session became tricky because now we're kind of sitting in this. There's liquidity on the low side of today's range. There's liquidity on the high side of today's range. It's a little bit hollow in the middle of today's range is what I've been seeing. So it's making a little bit difficult to predict direction within this range. Like buying dips would be working fine. But it's getting a little bit difficult to predict direction within the range. Like, is this the starting point of an up move? Is this the starting point of a down move? It's been a little bit difficult. So the session turned a little bit tricky. I'd love to see a squeeze. I'd love to see a squeeze in the afternoon. The market, when it was at the highs this morning, you just scroll back here. When it was at the highs here, at 945, 950, it was pretty healthy. Seemed pretty healthy up there. So it would be nice if that area gets tagged again intra-session. We'll see. Boosted Dime said, what contributes more to my edge, Neon Seeds or Rocket Scooter? I've only used Seeds in isolation. I've never used Rocket Scooter in isolation. So I don't actually know the answer to that question. I know they both have edge, but I don't know. Like I know my stats using Seeds only because that's what I use for the majority of, you know, my years. But I've never used Rocket Scooter in isolation, so I don't actually know. But I know when combined, they have greater edge than when Seeds is used on its own. So that I know for sure. That's why I use Rocket Scooter, because it increased my accuracy. Can someone please share lower DD band and hedge pressure on NASDAQ? Hedge pressure is 20... Oh, wait, hold on. Hedge pressure or MHP? Let me see. Hedge pressure. Hedge pressure, 24,663. DD band, 24,618. 619, really. And, yeah. Let's see. Yeah, so the session got a little tricky. We got little... You're welcome. We got little pockets of... we got pockets of volatility, pockets of liquidity. It's getting a little bit tricky. Getting a little bit tricky. You know, I wish I had saw that my line in the sand lined up perfectly with overnight hedge pressure. I probably would have been more aggressive down here when I traded it. I really just noticed that when we got on stream, so that's a shame. I would have traded that definitely had I seen that. I don't always mark all the levels on my NinjaTrader. I'm looking forward to when the levels are integrated, so I can just click off the rocket scooter, click on the rocket scooter levels. I really looking forward to having rocket scooter levels on Ninja. That's gonna be nice. Let's see what we got here. Gabe, what's going on, man? What's going on? Guys, smash that like button. We'll do a giveaway when we get to 200 likes. See where we're at. We're at 90. We gotta get that up. I made another adjustment to my screen layout. I set up the iPad, but I set it up as a second monitor now. So now I'll be able to see more on the iPad. That would be good. I'm trying to get it. The less I have to move around on my layout and cover charts, the better. So right now I only have to cover charts when I'm doing Twitter and when I'm doing the giveaways. Alex Rifkin asking, does NinjaTrader need access to the rocket scooter code to have the levels? No. They're working on a project where they'll translate the levels, like they'll submit the levels electronically, systematically, and then they'll be drawn on NinjaTrader. That's a project that's in progress. Probably a few months, I think, but we'll have it. Boosted Dime said, what's the difference between dark and light zones on seeds? Just sometimes if the algo identifies two different zones, it'll overlap them. So the one that's kind of brighter just means that there's an overlap. There's an overlap there. That's all it means. NinjaTrader I think NinjaTrader will have a separate login. Like, I think you'll be able to log into Rocket Scooter in the NinjaTrader interface. I believe that's how it will work. So it'll be like a second level of authentication. You know, I think there's probably shorts that are fine in this range. Like, I think that this range right now, I'm sure there's people out there shorting within this range as well. I just think that since I had a long bias anywhere above 24,954, I'm still kind of sticking to that. Just Get It said, should I use the free bootcamp now or wait till Matt goes live? Personally, if I were you, I would sign up. I would use it right away. If I were you, I would watch the replays. I would submit it, watch the replays, and then just keep access to it, like pay for an extra month so that you could also watch it again with with Matt when he does it. Because I don't think there's no reason to not watch him twice. It's good. Raptor said, are seeds going to be added to the bootcamp? Seeds isn't added to the bootcamp because seeds is just like, it's not publicly available. The access to seeds is just restricted to this stream. So if you want to see the seeds levels, you join the stream and the levels are up there. And sometimes in the evenings, or even in the mornings before they open, I'll just post a screenshot that includes my thoughts. But the levels are, the levels come out at the end of the regular session. So if I post a screenshot in the evening on my thoughts, the levels are there. And if I post a screenshot in the morning with my thoughts, you know, the levels are there. Like, I use it because I had already created it before I learned about rocket scooters, so I wouldn't just abandon something I'd spent so many years working on. Smash that like. I'm loving this. I don't gotta minimize anything to see what's going on with stream. It's awesome. 105 likes. Guys, we're gonna do a giveaway when we get to 200 likes. Boosted Dime. No plans for a collab on the stream right now. Right now, no plan for that right now. We're just getting in our groove on our individual shows right now. Jake from State Farm said 2-Man Tuesday sounds dirty. C Wisdom, publish what? Publish what would be published? Oh, seeds. Yeah, I mean, I guess I could host a server and just host it and people could gain access to see it live. But I mean, right now it's just, you know, it's my own thing. Well, good idea. Jit Maratha, Maratha. Hello, sir. Hello to you. Am I gonna bet? Larry said, "Am I gonna bet any March Madness games?" Nah, I don't really like. I don't gamble. I don't like gambling. Gambling makes me nervous. No go on the gambling for me. Honestly, I feel like gambling would just feel too much like there's no edge, you know? So I just feel like I might as well just burn my money. Saint said monetize it, put it in Marketplace. Yeah, maybe one day. I will say we're really liquid. We're really liquid up here. So it's funny that Nvidia spike from yesterday. I mean, it allowed me to frame my entire session, all because I was present at that moment to read the action. AK price action trading. What up, G? When's the giveaway? The giveaway is when we get to 200 likes, and then we have 2 giveaways. When we get to 200 likes. Anyone else out there have a excuse me. Did anyone else out there have a long bias at the open? Jake said you like Texas Hold'em. Yeah, but poker's not really gambling, in my opinion. You know, it's just because you have access to, you know, you can control your bet size, and you can fold. You know, you can have edge in poker, in my opinion. But like, you know, roulette and blackjack and well, I guess with blackjack you can count. But you'll usually get walked off the property pretty quickly if you're counting blackjack. You'll get you know, you'll get walked off. They'll just say you're too good. You're too good for us. Okay, let's see. Everyone's saying Bitcoin. Someone keeps saying ETH and Bitcoin in chat. What is that? Is there something? Is there some sort of news going on with crypto? Let's see. Bitcoin. Where's it at? It's at 74,000. It's recovered a little bit. Is that what everyone's all excited about? Lemix said Edge and Blackjack is negative EV. Still? Counter, I think counters probably have positive EV. Guys, smash that like button. Let's see where we're at. Can't see the little curve. Oh, there we go. I see it. Mike saw making you crave shawarma. I love shawarma. Stream settings. Oh, this is annoying. All right, 132 likes, guys. Let's get it up to 200. Let's do our first giveaway. We're going to be giving away. Let's see what we're giving away. Yeah, 2 accounts. 2 accounts. Let me see here. Let's see what our prop specials are today. Promos. Tradeify. This is when you use code Rocket Scooter. Tradeify 30% off all accounts. My Funded Futures still got the rapid plan for $97. That's 37% off. For Funded Next, you got to use code ROCKET. And there's a special link. Let me put it in. Let me put it in the description. For Funded Next, must use this link, and then you get... Oh, it's buy one, get one. Oh, that's right. Buy one, get one. Free account issued after your first performance reward. Let me just... There you go. That's the... I just pasted the link for Funded Next. And then the Futures Desk, 60 to 75% off when you use code Rocket Scooter. Take Profit Trader, 40% off. No activation fee. Phidias, 60% off. Fundamentals and Swing Evals. Lucid, 40% off. And then we got a lifetime giveaway for Rocket Scooter. If you spend $1,000 or more, you just submit the receipts. Or if you don't believe in silent letters, you submit the receipts. And then you can get entered for a giveaway. For lifetime. Nice. It's a fake BOGO. Well, it does. I did say it's when you make your first performance reward. Is that what they refer to it as? Yeah. $273 people in the house. Let's see where the line in, at least my interpretation of the line in the sand for this level. Let's see. Compliance cracking down, can't call it a payout. Is that right? Is that what they said? 67 points.
Welcome to Scooter Nation, population pain, where patience is a muscle that we're trying to train. EST every single time. Well, some of the time, Trump tweeted me dirty like it was.
CFTC and SEC, you have run-ins with them in business? Not fun? Yeah, I bet. They take stuff serious for sure.
Math teaching discipline like a battlefield general.
52 likes to our first giveaway. I keep having an issue. The contract in my interface keeps going back to March. I try to create a new layout. Hopefully it saves it now. Super liquid up here. Maybe I'm gonna go to the 5,000 tick chart. Why can't I minimize this all the way? Come on. I don't know. There we go. First said, how do I see that it's liquid? So when volume velocity and price velocity are really moving in unison with each other, that's typically an indication that that's an indication that it's liquid. And then in addition to that, I'm just watching the ticks go through, just watching the tape. That bounce off of hedge pressure and monthly hedge pressure on ES was super clean, huh? I feel like I think I should have pushed harder this morning. I think I should have pushed harder. I think part of it was seeing the overnight action and how the interaction was with the levels that I had marked, like the levels that I had made markers on in my head. Like I'm like, you know, I saw the seeds levels last night, and I was like, I kind of made a marker like, okay, these are the ones I like, and they got really good interaction overnight. So I don't know if maybe that played in a little bit why I didn't push super hard today. I was like, yeah, you know, I kind of already missed so much of the opportunity. Yeah, I could have pushed harder today, but especially that ES, or not ES, the pullback to overnight dynamic hedge pressure earlier. I wish I saw that lined up with my line in the sand level. I was kind of just had that level in my head. I hadn't marked it on the chart. $153 likes. Giveaway when we get to 200. Adventure rigs, when you're cautious, you save more capital. Yeah, I mean, it depends. There's times to push it. There's times to push it. Kind of just depends on the session, you know. I do like this long. Let's see. ED ratio 72. NASDAQ resilience positive. ES resilience negative. This 25,022 level, now that we've recovered it. North side, no, I don't use arbitrage, not yet, not yet. B-Rock, just one. I just use one screen. I use 155-inch panel. I went through, like, I've had all sorts of configurations. I've had 243s. I've had 430s. I've had 430s with 224s in portrait on the side. I've had so many different configurations, but ultimately, I always, I switched to a single 55 monitor. It's like it's basically just you can either buy an actual monitor or you could buy a 55-inch TV that has a PC mode for low latency. And it has to have 4:4 color chroma. I don't know if it's 4:4 or 4:4:4, but it has to have the right color chroma so that the colors and everything render correctly. But yeah. And then I have like a you can use programs that split it into 4. It basically ends up being like 4 monitors. And then since starting the stream, I always, well, actually even before the stream, I have an iPad facing me at an angle. Peyton faded someone in chat, apparently. Smash that like button, fam. Anyone, good questions again. We had some great questions, really detailed questions yesterday. If anyone has any questions, let me know in chat. No tweets today moving the market, huh? Our tweet action's gone. Just had a question saying a commercial saying you're a winner. Nice. Peyton, none yet. I only started props about a month ago. None yet. I'm building up my buffer in my TPT accounts. Before stream, I've only ever traded live, so. Lemix, yeah, I keep an eye on VIX Triple B. So you could take the boot camp and there's a whole class on it, but essentially, if you're above that midpoint, you tend to have more overshoot, more undershoot, just more rough action around the levels. Whereas if you're below that midpoint, you tend to have more precise pivots. Peyton, will I ever full port my live account? No, I would never full port my live account. I don't full port trade. I don't full port trade.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your trade guide. And thank you.
Let me see what the triple B is. Peyton says, if I'm so confident, why not? I mean, I'm confident in my ability to have clean statistics over the course of multiple trades. I'm not confident in my ability to have a specific outcome on any one individual trade. I have a 70%, usually 65 to 70% accuracy. I'm confident in that. right? But I'm absolutely not confident that I'm certainly winning my next trade, right? I'd be foolish to. 70% accuracy, this means there's almost a 1 in 3 chance that I would lose my next trade. So I guess, Peyton, my answer to your question would be because I understand simple math. Let's see where Triple B is. 20.17 for March. 20.17. Let me see when it expires. I think we're about to. I think contract's about to. I think contract's about to roll. Hold on, let me see. VIX expiration March 18th. Yeah. VIX expires tomorrow. Peyton said, you're good at basketball and you would bet a ton of money you could hit a free throw. Well, I mean, would you take the bet one time or would you take the bet many times? Because if you only take the bet one time, then, I mean, the bet has positive expectancy, but if you're only able to make the bet one time, then your risk of ruin is high. You should look up risk of ruin. Maybe that will help you understand why I don't full port my accounts. $170 likes. Just putting on a micro at this level here. Right into the open. Res going negative on S&P. Just watching the tape here. $173 likes. All right, let's see what we're giving away here. It's gonna be a funded next account, but I'll call out the code word. I'll call out the code word. Oh wait, hold on a second. No, it just changed. Not gonna be funded next. Hold on. What's today? Tuesday the 17th? Oh, gonna be a different brand. I haven't given away this brand before. When we get to 200 likes, Jesus says, am I going to Fremont for St. Patty's? No. It'd probably be crazy.
Welcome to Chop City, nowhere to ride. Red then green then flatline. I don't force moves, I don't feel pity. I wait for rockets.
Where are we at? 176.
In Chop City. The real moves hiding out of sight, somewhere between wrong and right. But if I'm wrong, it's from the right place. No sweat, no blood dripping from my face. Trading line to line, ignoring the noise. I don't follow fear, I don't follow a voice. When direction's missing and time feels blind, I survive by reading between the lines. Scooter humming quiet in the back of my mind. Waiting on levels to find the line. Welcome to Chop City, nowhere to ride. Red then green then
Rubber said you're not going there at crowds for a while.
moves. I don't feel pity. I wait for rocket scooters clear.
Not really. I don't really go through near crowds ever.
Buyers hesitate, sellers looking sure. Every candle's telling me nothing's pure. I've seen this before, yeah, I know this phase where traders burn, trying to force their ways. Indicators flashing like they got a clue, but none of them agree on what price will do. What makes them weak, volume thin, as our losses quietly begin.
Wait, see, Wizen, did you win something today on your birthday? Today's your birthday and you won something?
The edge is staying away. Welcome to Chop City, nowhere to ride. Red then green then flatline. I don't force moves, I don't feel pity. I wait for rocket scooters clarity. Rocket scooter says wait, something ain't right. I trust the read more than impulse fights. Range bound, locked in the middle. Every signal partial, nothing official. I don't fight noise, I don't make a sound. I wait for escape from a market range bound.
$186 likes.
Hall of glass and glowing screens, where candles are pixels and chat becomes a choir. A single word ignites the night. Spin.
Perfect timing. It's a long song giveaway. All right, 5 more likes. Giveaway time. Let me fire up the giveaway engine. Twitter. Giveaway. Okay.
Digital twilight, the screens come alive. Thousands of voices begin to arrive. Names in the chat like stars in the sky, waiting for fate and the wheel to decide. The charts are a tempest, the candles all burn. Mad at the helm as the markets all turn. Pickle on watch like a guardian hound, while whispers of giveaway circle around. In the hum of the wires, in the glow of the room, every heartbeat falls into. Spin the
Hit that like. Alright guys, giveaway time. Code word is hit that like. Hit that like. Hit that like. Hit that like. Hit that like.
prop firm kingdoms, banners of gold, trials of patience, the brave and the bold. Lines in the chat form a river of names.
This is gonna be, let me see.
Each one a flame. I talk watching like a seer.
ETF 10K fast track. ETF 10K fast track. Let me look up the specs. ETF 10K fast track.
Ready for fate in the hush before the spin. Every doubt and hope within. Spin the wheel. Storm tonight.
45. 3.
From the rows of restless hearts who've been grinding through the
ETF homepage. Okay.
guide this flight. Captain of the glowing seas. Turn the circle.
Fast track. Okay. 10K end of day fast track eval. Qualify in 10 days, no monthly renewal. Profit target 2,000. You could trade 1 mini or 10 micros. 3 days to pass. Same day payout approval. Up to $1,000 per payout. Consistency 40%. Max loss 500. End of day. It's end of day drawdown. And daily loss limit is, let's see. No daily loss limit. Max loss 500 though.
Rocket scooter. In long held notes.
ETF, Elite Trader Funding. Nice. Hit that like. All right, 122 entrants so far.
From the flame, from unseen rooms in weary days, to sudden light and roaring praise. For every loss and sleepless night, for every risk that didn't pay. This single spin, this flash of white says you were seen along the way. Spin the wheel of the storm tonight.
Hit the like button. There's actually a song for that. Hit the like button.
Like crashing waves, singing, this is where you belong.
See, Wisdom trying to win twice in one day. Nice.
On this stage of code and fire, we are many, we are one. Bound by charts and wild desire, so raise your hands to the neon sky. Winners crowned, but none denied.
Said Neon Sky.
Heart of every train, hope is the giveaway we've made. Tonight the wheel chose one by name.
139 entries.
Of this storm, we remember every soul who typed in fate was part of the symphony. Red candles fall like broken warnings. Liquidity drains from the floor. You stare at charts like dying stars, counting ticks that won't come anymore.
All right, guys, 2 minutes and 45 seconds. 2 minutes and 45 seconds. 161 entrants so far. Hit that like button.
You built this loss, enjoy the blade. You saw the signs, you chose the greed. Accounting ruins, conviction split, was it worth it? That final hit, you had enough, you still win.
ETF 10K fast track.
One more try, was it worth it when discipline died? Every line broke like glass, volatility clawing the walls. Liquidity pockets turn into traps, every setup began to stall. No EST, just open disguise. Doomsday screaming, not today, but boredom trades felt harmless. Still
All right, here we go. Let's bring up the giveaway engine. Where's my button here? All right. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pick a winner. Alexei Kozic. Alexei Kozic. Use a winner. Rigged. Alexei Kozic. Type something in chat. Here. They're here. All right, let me take a screenshot. Alexei Kozic, congratulations. Use a winner. Here's how you go and claim your prize. Click the link in the description. You're going to go to the Discord. Within that Discord, go to the contest channel, and you're going to message an admin named Slacks. Send him a picture of your YouTube ID, and he gon' hook you up. Nice. Congratulations. Use a winner. Guys, we got one more giveaway. We're doing one more giveaway. Don't you worry. V Gaber says TPT or MFFU, please. Maybe. NQ Res 22. S&P Res negative still. Looking for S&P Res to cross back positive. Saints, I'm trying to, yeah. But ES not really cooperating.
Pocket glow, resilient show, map liquidity. Edge pressure tight, guiding light, pockets never lack. Rocket shine, trades align, scooters got your back. Maps are sizzling, flows, I'm gripping, pockets race. Golden trades, no charades, profits at
235 likes. Nice.
Scooter here, glide with cheer, ride it through the year. Moving steady, rocket ready, millionaire groove. Day trade, stock parade, unstoppable, smooth. From dawn to dusk, we know love, fortune in pursuit. Map sound, volume found, golden pocket loot.
Tomorrow, EU CPI. Oh, yeah? Let's see what's on the news for this week. Let's see. See what we got. See what we got. What's tomorrow? 18th? PPI. PPI 8:30. FOMC announcement at 2. What is it? Probably minutes. Is it minutes? Let's see. Oh, wait, hold on a second. Oh, shit, it's tomorrow. I did not see this on my calendar this week. Tomorrow's FOMC? Oh, God, how did I miss that?
Signals clear, well frontier, navigate with pride. Maps align, trade divine, never leave my side. No recessions, pure confessions, index.
Totally missed that.
Cash showers ticking, hours fortune multiply. Moving steady, rocket ready, millionaire groove. Day trade, stock parade, unstoppable, smooth. From dawn to dusk, ignore luck, fortune in pursuit. Map sound, volume found, golden pocket loot. Map sound, volume found, golden pocket loot.
Wow, that changes everything. Yeah, not minutes. I see. Everyone's saying it's the actual.
Riding waves on hedge, pressure tied, scooter clutch. Charts lit like liquidity maps, smoothest touch. Indexes climb, precision of a flawless move. Profit stack, EST trades, got nothing to prove. Sipping gas, scheming plans, ED sway. Pockets rise high, NQ thrill, I don't play. Maps speak truth, liquidity keeps.
V Gaber, just two live accounts. I just use two. I use two different accounts depending on the volatility environment. Just from some mental separation. For futures. Like I have options accounts and stuff, but
Ticker streams, flicker, glow on my view. Liquidity moves, I groove trades, true fire in my veins. Resilience kings do.
What's everyone think for FOMC tomorrow? FOMC, big news. Powell, punchable face. Free paper set is 2,000 enough to trade one MNQ on live. I mean, it's $80 for 40-point stop. $80 for 40-point stop. That's kind of a personal thing, you know. Lewis says it's preferable to trade a private account or a prop account. I mean, the prop accounts have rules and all that stuff, but I think we did a poll. We did a poll not too long ago, and we just polled the audience on why they why they trade props, and pretty much everyone said they trade props because the risk is lower. So if you don't have established edge, then, you know, props are great because then you can lower your risk. But if you have established edge, then, you know, I don't know. I guess people, I'm sure some people trade their live account alongside props with a copy trader just for the heck of it. But I don't know. I don't know that for sure. I don't know that for sure. Sandosh at affiliate marketing. Yeah, I mean, they're very popular on the streams. Before stream, I never really, you know, thought about them. But they are intriguing. They're cool. They're cool. It's like, it makes it like a game. And it's cool that there's no risk, you know? $239 likes. Nice. Damn, it's already 12 minutes to power hour? Time flies when you're having fun. Volatility should be crazy tomorrow. B. Allison said, yeah, I think probably. I don't know, though. I mean, new VIX contract and FOMC. Nice. Can we just squeeze up to the highs? That'd be nice. Squeeze up to the highs. Come on. Come on. Let's get a little squeezage. Anyone catch that MHP bounce earlier in the session? Who called it? Who called it? Negative res on S&P still. Positive res on NASDAQ. Come on, S&P. Come on. Hitcher said you tilt so hard when it ticks and stop runs you. I mean, maybe your stops are too tight. Who knows? But yeah, I mean it's never enjoyable. Some people they'll stop out and then they re-enter on a reclaim. You know, that can be an alternate if you sometimes you feel like your stop's too tight. Re-enter on a reclaim. Yeah, it happens sometimes. Part of the game. Part of the game. Hitcher, your stop distance is also, your stop distance is also relative to the efficiency of where you enter. You know? Luck of the draw. Yeah, luck of the draw.
market clocking, playing S&P. Pocket glow, resilient show, map liquidity. Hedge pressure tight, guiding light, pockets never lack. Rocket shine, trades align, scooters got your back. Maps assist.
Hitcho, one thing you can also do is pay attention to average true range. You know, just to make sure, pay attention to average true range, because sometimes the, sometimes the range, intra-session range is just more on certain days, you know? So paying attention to that can help as well. You know, whatever the average true range is, that can help to know. It can be beneficial to know that. S&P res still negative.
Profits quicker, EST. Scooter flow, markets glow, clear as they can be. DD bands, guiding hands, keeping moving.
Yeah.
Rocket guy, turn the tide, pave the golden way. Liquidity, ocean, cryptic motion, dipping toes and go. HP strong.
Missed my ad here. Kind of messes up the whole geometry on this trade.
Hot resilience, mapped and brilliance.
How many points is this? 27 points? Yeah, see, I'd be trimming it right here. I kind of messed up this trade for me. See, now it's at my trim spot, but I didn't get filled on my ad. So I gotta pull my ad. And honestly, I don't know. Kind of messed up the whole trade, missing that. What did it miss it by? See, this is something I'm experimenting with more, the resting orders, but it kind of screws me up.
Frontier, navigate with pride. Maps align, trade divine, never leave my side. No recessions, pure confessions, index climbing high. Cash showers ticking now as fortune multiply.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull the ad. Just let it work. It sucks to be at my trim spot when my ad didn't get filled. Let's see. Crude dropping. Crude still in play, huh? See what's going on with the old crude oil. Maybe look at USO. Oh, USO. Man, res got worse. Come on. Come on. $95. Oil's at 95. I wonder if it's just going to stabilize here now. People are feeling it at the pump. People feeling it at the pump. What's gas prices these days? Let's see. Rogue, you said it's $8 a gallon in parts of Cali? No, is it? Cali's got expensive gas always. Freaking nuts. 5 minutes to power hour. Res, -11. Maybe I'll chat too. Almost $5 in Vegas, yeah. The old oilio. FOMO Victor, no, we got one more. We got one more giveaway. We're gonna be doing another giveaway doing Power Hour. Tasha, why didn't I take the buy limit? Oh, it didn't fill. I'm doing an experiment trying to trade more with limit orders just to see, because I find it difficult to multitask while on stream, so I've been experimenting with more limit orders. Definitely not liking it so far, but I got to give it more of a chance. Yeah. That's actually item number 6 on the agenda. Item number 6, ongoing self-development, entering flow state while also multitasking with stream. So it's just something I'm experimenting with for that, is just, you know, more limit orders, so I don't have to watch the tape as much. But yeah, I am missing entries by doing it, so we'll see. I don't want to give up on it just after a few sessions. I want to give it a little time. You know, just time. Because I like the streaming, but I want to be able to concentrate while I'm doing it as well. I'm wandering aimless, moon above the street. 2 minutes to Power Hour. It isn't only sorrow, it cuts much deeper down. Adrift from the world's heartbeat, far from solid ground. The days grow longer, color washed away. Levi said, if you drag your limit into price, it executes while what? Yeah, I do that, but the problem is, I'm talking, the reason, yes, the problem is though, but that still requires me to like hyper focus on watching the tape, so I can nail my specific, the apex, right? Like, that's what I'm trying to bypass a little bit, right? That flow state I get into when I'm tape braiding. I'm trying to see if I can maintain edge without having to do that. So that's why the limit order, right? Because if I'm moving the limit order, then I might as well just be, you know, trading like I normally trade. Yeah. So it's just something I'm experimenting with the props. You know. Levi said you do it to save the spread. Yeah, but the problem is, like, my edge on scalping into trades is very good. So, you know, like I've missed a lot of entries in the last few sessions testing this. But you know, I'm gonna stay the course for a little bit. I can't abandon it after just a couple of tries. But it's definitely frustrating. It's definitely frustrating. But you know, I do it for the love of the stream. I wanna try to do it. Rick Rocket said I'll get better at picking spots the more I do it. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I've been trading a certain way for so many years. So I'm not, you know, I pick the right spots. I'm good at catching the apex. I'm good at catching the apex, scalping into the apex, reading the tape. So, you know, that skill is not really utilized with this method of execution. But you know, I'll see. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it.
I move with the rhythm market, please don't fall. No longer lost.
What happens also though with it is like I kind of get out of rhythm because like even here I was like, well, you know, my fill missed by a point or two, and then it's like, you know, once it bumps up 20, it bumped up like 25, 30 points. It's like, well, I'd be trimming right here, you know. So it's almost like I feel like I'm behind. I feel like I'm behind, but it's like, you know, it's whatever. I'm just kind of, you know, I gotta let the numbers play out and see if it works or not. Oh, Levi, no, Levi, I wasn't saying I would chase 27 points. I was saying like, you know, it missed the ad fill by like a point or two and then bounced 27 points. And on that 27 point bounce, that's where I'd be trimming if I get filled on the ad, you know? So that's why I mean, it feels like the trade is behind. Rick Rocky, you spread yours over a small range. That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea. Yeah, I'm going to try different things, you know, because it's not my normal execution style. So I'll try some different things and see what works. Power hour.
I'm sitting here waiting. Silent glow across the screen.
Power. Roxa said market dies around 10:30. Yeah, I mean, volume's been drying up. Volume's been drying up earlier in the session, for sure. The overnight session has been really the overnight session action's been pretty clean. Overnight session action's been pretty clean. Darb's probably been tearing it up. I've had some busy evenings, so I haven't been on that stream last couple of sessions. Freeper said, what's my opinion on trailing stop losses? So I don't trail stop losses, but well, I guess I kind of would do it in my head. But what I do is typically where I would trail my stop, instead I trim. I just trim. If I'm gonna trail, I'll be trimming. Like I tend to trim as it moves in my favor. Levi used to 12 table poker, 12 table online poker. Yeah, I don't know. Even 3 is a lot for me. But I like live poker. I love me some live poker. Omaha on Poker Stars. Yeah, I never got into Omaha. Guys, another giveaway at 300 likes. We're at 245. I never got into Omaha. I never could. I guess maybe I just don't know all the numbers and stuff for the calculations. I don't really know how to. I don't really calculate the odds. You know, with poker it's easy. I mean, with Hold'em it's easy. Can I flip to NQ levels? It's on NQ levels. It's on NQ. It's on NQ. Right? Yeah, it's on NQ. I don't know why it says QQQ. I guess it always says QQQ. Yeah, we're on NQ. Yeah, no, it just says that we're on NQ. We got you, brother. We got you. Oh, we got oh shoot. Oh, okay. Boosted. I don't really. Oh, on Rocket Scooter, yeah. Yeah, I prefer I just put the 5 minute up there. The 1 minute, it just has a little bit too much going on for me. I'm pretty down with the, I'm good with the 5 minute. If it had tick, I'd probably use tick. Rest still negative on S&P. Power hour. FOMC tomorrow. Gonna have to. Well, you know, I don't watch the press conference, but I know people love it. I don't watch the press conference. Powell's face is too punchable. Way too punchable. Let me just make sure I trim this at 27-point bounce. Hold on. Man, the geometry's totally off on this trade. Because I only added 2. Lemick said, you hear me say 27 points often? It's just kind of it's just statistically based on my history with NQ. It's just a common distance of travel. Common distance of travel from my entries. But my geometry is off on this trade. That's the issue I'm dealing with right now. My geometry is off. But I gotta trade it as if the geometry is correct. I really wanted to see Raz go positive on ES though. Levi, you like when I have seeds on? Yeah. This just feels neutral now. Still negative res. 254 likes, guys. Let's get the likes up.
I'm waiting for that EST, where the future bends and worlds collide. Resilience burning like a signal flare. A fire!
Sir Lucky said, why NQ versus options? Just for intercession trades, usually NQ. Sometimes there's a good time to take, sometimes there's a good opportunity to take it with options instead. You know, it just depends on the session and the setup. It depends. Yeah, and Jake from State Farm said it right. You know, options, and you got to deal with the Greeks. ID 1610. What's my opinion on copy trading? So I've been experimenting with it on the props because otherwise it's very difficult for me to execute in the morning. Because, you know, I'm doing regular trading and I've got somewhat substantial risk on, so I can't be messing with trading multiple accounts. And like, I tried it at first and it was too much for me. So I'm experimenting with copy trading, because that way I can just have the props follow. Like, there's like a multiplier and you can cross regular contracts back to micro contracts with a multiplier. So I've been experimenting with it, and that's fine. Because otherwise it's too much. It's too much for me. And I've said it many times, like, you know, Matt makes it look easy, but it's like trading on stream, executing on stream, that's multitasking in itself, and then do it with multiple accounts, even more, just a lot of stuff going on. So the one I've been experimenting with it's called Replicanto. It's called Replicanto. Yeah. Hey, Sue said, yeah, Matt makes it look so easy. Yeah. I mean, trading multiple counts and clicking through and all that, like, you know, that's a lot. Yeah, next time I talk to him, I'm going to ask him about, like, you know, what his learning curve was on trading and streaming at the same time. Because I'm sure he operated in some sort of flow state before he was, well, let me just pay, hold on. We're just taking off a little bit. Let me just. Let me trim one here. Mm, 30 points, 31, 33, trim. And we're running into a stable block. 39, 40. Oh, that's good. All right, I closed that out there. We still got negative res on. We still have negative res. Let me just update the P&L. We still have negative res. Let me see here. We're coming into the stable block. I mean, yeah, maybe we could sweep the highs, but the problem with that, and why, like, to me, 40 points, like, I'm not trying to go after more than on something like that, is my geometry on that trade was off because I didn't add the right amount. Let me just update the P&L. see. There we go. All right, so that was cool. Added like 120 bucks or something to each account. It was good. Yeah, the geometry on that was just off. So it kind of messed me up. I probably should have kept the order. I probably should have kept the order at 3 instead of changing it to 2. But I think that's just going to be me getting used to trying to trade like that while on stream. You know, it's a learning curve. So we'll see. I think it'll just be reps, you know. I'll get to the point where I can lock in. Let's see what the actual distance traveled was there. The ad spot was nice. 39, yeah, it's good. Watch us just span the range in the next like 20 minutes. Oh, Eva trades. I think I answered the question about the copy trader, right? I said Replicanto. Let's see. Oh, Levi Jones asked me about my monitors. So I just use over the years I've had a lot of different configurations, but I just use one 55-inch panel, and I split it into 4 sections basically. But on the right side of my screen, I actually have a portrait setup. It's because Seeds requires a server for every ticker, so I'll bring up one of the servers and just have it populate half of my screen, and I'll do it in a portrait orientation, and then I have 2,000 tick, 5,000 tick, 15,000 tick chart, and then I have the algo, running. Let's see if anything else came through chat. Jonathan Stonk said, yo, this market's a chop day. Let's go enjoy the park, right? It is choppy. Dougie said, you've noticed trade impacts your mentality on the trade, so you like it when velocity is up. Yeah, like, I mean, that's why, you know, the morning is the most active session, because things are moving faster. It's kind of easier to catch those apexes, those turning points. Sierra Kenny's. How you doing, Sierra? Sierra said, what algo am I running? So, 2. So I use the Rocket Scooter platform, which is in itself, you know, there's an underlying algorithm that calculates the levels and stuff. And then before I discovered Rocket Scooter, I had my own algorithm, Seeds. So that's the one on the top right corner. And it's, you know, it's not as sophisticated as Rocket Scooter in that, like, it doesn't identify or name like, oh, this is bulls, this is bears. It just identifies where there's tradable pivots and zones. So the gray blocks are stable blocks and the shaded regions are decision blocks. Some sessions it looks a lot cleaner. Today there's a little bit of scattered. There's a little bit of it's a little bit messy today, but that also helps me. Like when I see it's a little messy, I know that the session's going to be a little bit messy. Sierra says it's not automated trading. No, discretion's no. My discretion is quite a big part of my trading. Because like today I had a long bias for the session. There was nothing mechanical. There's nothing mechanical that helped me arrive at that bias. That's more just from seeing sessions and, you know, just reading the levels and understanding, you know, just understanding that. I'm just going to take a peek at the executions from that. Just see. I'm just curious what they look like.
Green candles lighting up the screen. Stacking profits, living a dream. No sleep.
Markers only.
Markets, my playground.
Oh yeah, that ad was nice. I like that ad. See what the best exit was. 34. I should have added 3 though. That's alright. Yeah, the geometry was just off. The crazy thing about it is when you do that whole limit order thing, the executions look so clean. Because like if I was scalping into this, I would have had executions all in here. So. Jesus thinks NQ's about to drop 60 points. Yes, they sell monitors, but also you don't need to buy a 55-inch monitor. What also you can do is you could buy a 55-inch TV that has a PC mode and that supports 4.4. I think, is it 4.4 or 4.44? Let me see. 4.44 chroma. 4.44 chroma subsampling refers to uncompressed color sampling, where every pixel retains its full color information, offering the highest image quality. And honestly, what I did is I just took a laptop with an HDMI adapter to Best Buy, and I just tried it because some TVs just don't look right when you try to use them as a monitor. Some TVs look perfect. The colors are great. There's low latency, and they just act like a monitor. So, like I would say, just take a laptop or take a computer with an HDMI cord and just to Best Buy and plug them in. That's the way I figured it out. This particular model that I've been using, I've got it because I've got a few of them. I've got one. Like I have a desk here. I have a desk set up upstairs, but there's a 43 on the one upstairs, and then I have the same exact. I have this same exact setup at my like monitor, keyboard, mouse. I have an identical setup at my parents' house. You know, that way when I visit there, like if I go there for Thanksgiving or whatever, I have my desk set up ready to go and work. Because I don't do well changing my layout and stuff. I don't do well changing my layout. I get really used to where things are, and I don't want to change them. Guys, smash the like button. Almost at 300. We're going to do another giveaway at 300. TV needs game mode or PC mode? Yeah. Rick Rocket EH? That's exactly, yeah. The Samsung I have has a game mode. Happy Poro said, what are the neon seeds based on? So the zones are just based on kind of a micro analysis of the relationship between what's going on with velocity here? Something's going on. The relationship between, let me just reload Ninja script. Something's going on. I don't know. Never seen that before. Bad code. It's based on a micro analysis of the relationship between price movement, the speed of price movement, and the related volume movement. Because essentially, when price is able to move swiftly without volume being present, it says something about what's going on in that area of the market versus price only moves swiftly when volume is present. So the relationship between price and volume is the underlying mechanism that I use. I mean, there's a lot of nuance, you know, there's multiple identification methods, and they all do their own thing, and then it filters them out, and you know, there's a whole system behind it. Leo, what's up, Leo? What's up, brother? Boosted Dime said volume velocity borked. I know, I've never seen this. I don't know what's happening. $261 likes. All right, let's see what let's see let's see what chat, you guys are cracking me up. Let me see. Okay, hold on. The next account. Now I'm gonna have to give out the code word, but the next account is gonna be ooh. Jose, you're Dunsky? Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Did you have a bad trade or a good trade? Chat's cracking me up right now. All right. We're giving away, this is not the code word, so don't start spamming the chat. We're giving away a Tradeify 50K Select. Tradeify is really popular. Tradeify. Whenever I read it, for some reason I pronounce it Tradeify. I know it's Tradeify. Leo, you made 4.5K across 5 accounts. Nice.
Hedge pressure held in the prime.
Let's see. Tradeify. Oh, look at this. Take Profit Traders doing Google Ads. Because when I typed in Tradeify, it said Tradeify versus TPT. Google ad popped up. All right. Tradeify 50K Select. Oh, this is a great, guys, this is a really good plan. This is a big giveaway. I like the Tradeify accounts. They're cool. I should get some of those. And there's these two people smiling into the camera below the tables. Influencers. Professional trader and YouTube live streamer. That's cool. So they're endorsed by some traders. That's very cool. I'm surprised. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, there he goes. Israel Adesanya is on their website as well. All right, I'm gonna give out a code word, but we got to get to the right amount of likes first. Hold on, let me see. We're at 261. Yeah, we gotta creep up to 300. Smash the like button, fam. All right. Rick Rocket uses Tradeify straight to funded. Let's see. 50K Select. You could use Tradeovate or sometimes I pronounce things different when I read them. Tradeovate. You can use Tradeovate or Wealth Charts. Okay. 50K Select. 50K Select. It's oh, look at this. It's only a $2,500 profit target instead of $2,000. Dope. All right, $2,500 profit target, $2,000 drawdown, 50% consistency, activation fee, none, 4 minis, 40 micros. Leo Energy broke a screen trying to smash the like button. Leo, we appreciate it. We appreciate that. DCI Burn said wealth charts is ASS. Really? Anyone think we're going to squeeze to the highs? Verse says, let's do this already. That's what she said. I mean, that was the perfect opportunity for that. Oh, look, you can choose your funding path after... You can use your funding path after you pass the prop evaluation. You can use daily payouts with a max payout of 1,000, or you can use 5-day payouts with a max payout of 3,000. And I looked on the TPT website, by the way. Payouts just made me think of this. You don't have to. You can build the buffer as much as you want on the TPTs. Mass, you blew 2 accounts today? Rebecca said, what do you mean, Rebecca? This is the Neon Show hosted on Matt's channel. How to enter? How to enter, I'm going to give you a code word, guys. I'm going to give you a code word. I'm really digging my new layout here. 277 likes. We's almost at the 300 we need. Boosted Dime said, Neon, how to trade? Boosted Dime. Hit that edge. That's how to trade. Hit that edge. Let's see. Becca from Tradeify. Leo Energy. Leo Energy. Chat's cracking me up right now. Y'all are wild. Mike H said, do you think Izzy blows all his accounts? Referring to Izzy, Israel Adesanya. Hey, I'm pretty sure Israel Adesanya is fighting in the next... I think he's fighting in a fight night. Could you imagine going from top pay-per-view to just being on fight night? Israel... Hold on, let me type in UFC. Guys, we're almost at 300 likes. 18 away. Here we go. Saturday, March 28th. Israel Adesanya versus... Oh, Joe Pyfer? Yo. Mike H, do you watch UFC? Israel Adesanya versus Joe Pyfer. Alexa Grasso versus Macy Barber. Michael Chiesa versus Carlston Harris. That's going to be a good card. Jose. Oh, yeah, I love UFC. I love UFC. Love UFC. I used to be really into boxing too. Not watching boxing, but like doing boxing. Larue coming with the clutch reminder. Larue's always right on time with the reminder for the giveaway. He said giveaway, brother, or giveaway, boss. Nice. The room shows up, baby. 300 concurrents, 208. We're 16 likes away from starting the giveaway. Mike, you got a whole gang of interns working for you, so you take their student discounts. Jimbo, am I in any trades? No, we did take a trade this afternoon though. It was all right. It was a fine trade. It was a fine trade. I under-added, so the geometry was off at the TP, but it still worked out fine. It was a fine trade. Mike H, you like that UFC went to Paramount? Yeah, that was cool. That was cool. SR20DT in the house. SR20DT, you boosted or what? Me and my buddies did a right-hand drive conversion on a left-hand drive Sylvia S15 like 15 years ago. My buddy worked at a shop, so we just went to the shop and used the lift every night. Although, I mean, most of that we didn't need the lift for, but we had access to a lift. Leo said, you'd love to know how I plan my stop loss and profit targets. A lot of it depends on intra-session. A lot of it depends on intra-session volatility. But I frame most of my trades around a seeds level when they line up with a rocket scooter level. And, you know, so it's kind of like the same sort of thing all the time. It's just, there's just a small adjustment for intra-session volatility. I have a little algorithm that gives me a suggested stop. But it's ATR based. It's ATR. Well, it's similar to ATR based. It's range based. 287 likes. All right, let me figure out what the code word is going to be. Let's see. Reset tool. All right, it's going to be a Tradeify. Guys, hit the like button. It's going to be a Tradeify 50K select, which I'm reading the specs on this thing. The specs seem really good. This is the best profit to drawdown ratio I've seen on a 50K account. Can anyone correct me if I'm wrong? Is there any 50K accounts with a better profit to drawdown ratio? $2,500 target, $2,000 drawdown. That's almost as good as the TPT 25Ks. Dennis said, not really. Everyone, yeah, the 50K select. The math on that seems nice. All right, code word is okay. The code word, ready for it? The code word is, oh, we're still 9 likes away. Come on. I mean, I thought the room showed up. Is the room here? Is the room here? SR20DET said Muff Diver. All right. The code word is OMG smash it. OMG smash it. That's the code word. OMG smash it.
Shots jumping, green candle sizzling. S&P 500 got my fingers tickling. Pages flipping, EST precision scoring. Sniper vision on the market port soaring. Rocket scooter rising, LPs in my.
Wait, hold on, let me just make sure there's no issue with the let me just make sure there's no issue with that because it says, because it has a bad word technically at the end of it. Let me just see.
Day trading vibes, hustle with finesse. Gain stack, I can't handle stress. Analyze, visualize, beat the mess. Hot streak blazing, ain't settling for less. Numbers dance, hypnotic trance. Green streak flashing in this finance dance. Unbreakable, we conquer. Take a stance, forever riches.
All right, cool. We got it. If you already typed it, just type it one more time. I just had to fix the little giveaway engine. All right, giveaway time. We're at 300 likes. It's hot in my office. Let me turn on the AC.
LPs in my sight, hedge pressure strong, profit stacking right, liquidity thunder, rhythm of the street, unstoppable, untouchable, win streak.
Tradeify 50K select. There's a package at my front door. All right, let me turn on the AC in this house. There we go. All right. Leo said, why don't I have central AC? I do have central AC. I was turning it on my phone. I have a Google Nest. Google Nest. That's where I set my temperatures. $133 entrants. Tradeify 50K select. This account has piqued my interest for sure. The specs on it are nice. Looks almost as easy to pass as a TPT 25K. I wonder if there's like, I wonder if you can just build buffers in this brand as well, or if you have to take a payout. Oh wait, max payout 3,000. I don't think there's a max payout on TPT. So 3,000 every 5 days. I guess if you build a big bot, like what, you know, it's gonna take you a long time to start clocking in bigger numbers than that on one single account. Because I'm assuming it's $3,000 per account. I don't know that for sure though. I'm gonna read about this. Tradeify. I like they have a nice website. They look like they have nice fair account rules. It's quite clear on the Tradeify website. The options between the accounts, like growth, select, and lightning. Because to me, sometimes the prop, it can be a little overwhelming with all the different choices. So this Tradeify, they have choices, but it seems like their website is very well designed so that you can easily kind of see the accounts. Of course, nothing like this will compare to when the ranking website comes out, the prop score website that Matt's working on. That'll trump all this. Don't forget to use code Rocket Scooter when you're going for your prop accounts. Ian said no caps on TPT. Yeah. Does TPT allow metals trading? I wonder. Like, it's not that it would affect me, but I'm sure I know a lot of people care about that. Rockstar said can't go wrong with Nest. Yeah, you can't go wrong with Nest. But one thing, Rockstar, about the Nest, about 2 years ago, the Nest, it stopped recording what happens at the front door. Now it just shows you in real time, but there's no recording anymore. They took away that feature. I don't know why it does that. Like, you can't click and watch the replay of when someone was at your door. Larue said, how much is electricity in Vegas? I don't really know. I'm not sure. My bill's always less than $500, so I just pay it. Yeah, I don't know how much electricity is here. I guess just a normal amount. I think it's just normal. Hey, Lord Kick, is the max profit on TPT, is that across all accounts or is that per account? That's per account? Yeah, it's going to take me a lot. I would have to have a huge buffer to be taking that kind of risk on the accounts. That's going to take me months. Because I'm not YOLO. I'm trading them very sensibly, so. But knowing you don't have to take a payout, that's cool, because you can just build a buffer. Oh, they have payout caps. Okay. I don't know. I gotta plan it out. But that's like, you know, that's at least, I'd say that's probably 4 weeks away from, you know, I want to try to build up like at least $5,000 buffer in them before I start thinking about that. But the ROI will be good. That's cool. You know, even though it's small trades, the ROI is good. LaRue said, do I have a trust fund? No, but I have beneficiary set up for all my accounts, and then I do have a mechanism in place that if something happened to me, my like kind of all the information about seeds would be given to someone. Joshua V's in the house. Joshua V with the highlighted name. Joshua V with the highlighted name. The OG of YouTube. All right. 1 minute and 5 seconds. We got 185 entries, 305 likes, 310 concurrent people in the house. The room shows up. Pretty smooth session today. Not I didn't push it as hard as I should have this morning. I guess I just wanted to get back in the groove after that small red day yesterday. But Boosted Dime said, you appreciate being the beneficiary of neon seeds. That's awesome of me. Yeah. Who thinks it's gonna be a little rally for Mock? Anyone? Little Mock rally? Wouldn't be surprised if we close right in the middle here. 25.036. Let's see. Doesn't feel like it. It looks like it. All right, guys. Here we go. 45 seconds. I feel like I said it 45 seconds ago, but it's got a little timer. I can't short unless we broke 24. Unless we broke. I had a line in the sand. I marked it on Twitter. 24,954. All right, there's Mock. Little sweepage down. Res getting worse, fix ticking up. Yeah, let's see where Res is at. Res is minus 15 now. Yeah. Res helped me in my trade. Because with that negative Res, I was like, yeah, I ain't holding this. I don't know. Shift to low, this range holds for the overnight. Hopefully Darb has another nice clean overnight. The only, like, there might be some positioning for FOMC in overnight. Rogue of the Lamb, no, we're about to do the call out right now. All right, let me share the screen. Share the little giveaway engine. Tradeify 50K select. This is a banger of an account. Let's see, giveaway. All right. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pick a winner. I'm not sure this person. I've never seen this person's name. Nawab. Levi Jones says rigged. Nawab, you here? Nawab. Nawab, step up to claim your prize. Type something in chat. ID Fly says, stop talking like a baby. I'm a baby. Nawab here. He's here. They're here. Nawab, congratulations. You's a winner. People were saying you left, but we gave it a minute, and there you are. What happened to the music? Hold on a second. All right. Now, Wab, congratulations. You won a 50K Tradeify Select account. That's a nice account. Here's how you claim your prize. Go to the link in the description. Click the link for the Discord. Go to the contest channel. Within that contest channel, message the admin name Slacks. SLACKS. Send him a picture of your YouTube ID. And Slacks is going to do something. Does anyone know what Slacks is going to do? What's Slacks going to do? Anyone know? Anyone? He gon' hook you up. Boosted Dime said how to enter. Just be present, type in the code word. Yaskamin. Levi Jones said hook you up. The comments are ahead of me? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe there's like a 10-second delay or something. You put it... Oh. Alternator had a overnight MHP 2 to 1 TP in order. Dude, that's nice. Overnight dynamic hedge pressure last night. It was a nice one. I wasn't awake for it. Hey, Slack's doing community work. Look, Mike H said Slack stole his identity and raised his credit score by 80 points. Very nice. Oh, look. Look, here's a little rally. Look at this. Look at this. There's topside liquidity, too. This looks like it wants to push through it. Yeah. Ah. Oh, look at this. Look at this whippage. Look at this whippage. There's some account destruction going on around the world right now for sure. Look at the whippage. Look at the whippage. Let's see what was the range of that candle. Oh, that was only 22 points? Oh, it wasn't bad. That's not account destruction. Sweep the low, sweep the high, sweep the low, sweep the high, sweep the low, sweep the high. Account blown. Yeah, why do I have it on a 2,000 tick? Let me move it back to a 5,000 tick. There we go. There we go. That's a little bit more controlled. I already know when in the last year when the maximum account destruction occurred in the market. I already know. I think we all know. It was last year during the bull run. I just know people were trying to pick the top. Short, stopped, short, stopped, short, stopped, short, stopped. Ultimate flow objects played the whippage like a fiddle on the 100-tick chart. Nice. Hey, Trader 007NQ. Did you sign up for your that account you won? All right, Forgotten Trader. All right, everyone. First of all, welcome Forgotten Trader to the room. Forgotten Trader asking a very important question. Forgotten Trader, this is for you, okay, brother? Forgotten Trader said, just reaching out. I feel so lost after so many years. Does the training lay out a method? And the answer is yes. So, Forgotten Trader, congratulations on landing in this room. I'm going to walk through, if I was lost, what I would do if I stumbled across this room. All right, brother? I would join this stream every day. There's a morning stream, there's an afternoon stream, there's an evening stream. And I would pay attention to Rocket Scooter. It's the platform on the left-hand side of the screen. And what it does, Forgotten Trader, is at the beginning of every session, it draws high-volume tradable pivots. They're algorithmically derived, so you don't have to worry about drawing support, drawing resistance, all that stuff, right? It draws the levels. There's statistical probabilities around the levels. There's also auxiliary, like separate indicators that help you understand whether they're going to be support or resistance. And to answer the second part of your question, is it a method? Does the training lay out a method? The answer is yes. So the 20-day bootcamp, link should be in the description. The 20-day bootcamp lays out two things: overall market information that can help any trader, and then also the Rocket Scooter strategy that's specifically around how to trade this particular platform. The platform has tremendous edge. It's a great strategy. And if you're lost, as you say, and you're, trying to figure it out after many years, I believe, it's my belief that this is a fast track to edge for new or struggling traders. It's a very good platform. And up until last summer, when people asked me about trading and how do I get into it and all this, I didn't really have an answer for them. Now this is the answer I give them. Because it's complete, right? It's a platform and a strategy. Adventure Riggs said, well said. Thanks, brother. Yeah, listen, I mean, people, I'm sure people stumble into the wrong room and then they get sold something that's junk, and then, they struggle for another 2 years, they lose money and stuff. So that's a question I take really seriously. Everyone starts somewhere. Everyone knows what it's like to trade without edge. It's tough. When you first start, no one has edge when they start. It sucks. Boosted Dime said, Neon, how to trend line. Don't even get me started. Don't even get me started on that thing. On that crap. This is just... No. No. It's going to upset me. Forgotten Trader said, you've caught a few streamed, you just can't be scammed again. Yeah, this is the real deal. This is the real deal. Heather said, oh, that's the close. But real quick, I'll wrap up with Heather's question. Heather said, what made me just decide to day trade? So, after working a couple of years, when I first started working out of college, there was two things together. One thing was I had saved up money and I asked a friend of mine where to invest it. And that friend worked at the time he worked at JP Morgan. And he said he knew me well. And he's like, you have a good personality. You should look into trading. He's like, invest your money. But while we're on the subject, look into trading. He said your personality might be a good fit for trading. So that was one thing that got me into it. And then the second thing that got me into it was my first year of working. It was my first or second year of working in a normal job. I got a 6% raise, and then the following year when I did better, I got a 3% raise, and something clicked in my mind. I was like, okay, I need to make my own destiny. This working for someone and them deciding my raise and all that, like that can't work for me. So those two things together is what started me. Moke Shop, take it easy, brother. All right, guys, smash the like button on your way out. That's a wrap. It's a close. Make sure you go to Sir Darb, a.k.a. Brad's stream tonight. Make sure you tune into Matoski's stream in the morning at 8:30 Eastern. Brad's on at 7 p.m. tonight. Matoski's on at 8:30 a.m. tomorrow morning. And you all take it easy. It's time for some snackage for me. That's the close. Solid session. Don't get in too much trouble overnight. Tomorrow's FOMC. Until tomorrow, I'm out, fam. Peace.